'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The enlisted were sat at their stations with care, in hopes that their families would soon be near. Colonel Shoup was nestled all snug in his seat, while he counted the number of jumping white sheep. With soldiers in uniform and him in his suit, they had just settled down with some hot bowls of soup. When out on a table there came such a clatter, Shoup sprang from his seat to see what was the matter. Away to the phone he flew like a flash. He grabbed the receiver and answered with crass. The booming beast he thought he would know gave way for a girl who lived down below. When what to his wondering ears did he hear? A girl asking for Santa and his 8 tiny reindeer. Ever since 2005, I can remember a very special tradition I partook in each December. If you read the title, you'd know that this tradition is NORAD Santa Tracking. NORAD is the North American Aerospace Defense Command. This combined organization is a collaboration between the United States and the Canadian militaries. They provide protection over the skies of North America and aerospace warnings. Command of a collaboration between two nations like this one is shared between the NORAD Commander and Deputy Commander, which, for some reason, is shortened down to CINCN NORAD. The commander of NORAD is always an American 4-star general, or an equivalent, and a Canadian 3-star general, or an equivalent. Currently, the NORAD commander is General Glenn D. Van Herk of the United States Air Force, and the deputy commander is currently Lieutenant General Alan Pilladair of the Royal Canadian Air Force. Now, you might be asking, why would a combined military effort spend their time tracking Santa? Well, let me set the stage. It's December 24th, 1955. The red telephone at the Continental Air Defense Command Operations Center in Colorado Springs starts to ring. This phone is meant only for calls from the Pentagon or CONAD Commander-in-Chief. United States Air Force Colonel Harry Shoup picks up the phone and says, "Yes, sir, this is Colonel Shoup." But he doesn't hear a response. "Sir, this is Colonel Shoup." Again, nothing. Again, he asks, "Sir, can you hear me?" Now, this is something a colonel responding to a call from the Pentagon or his commander-in-chief would never expect to hear. "Are you really Santa Claus?" The voice was of a little girl. Obviously, Shoup was shocked. He began to think it was a joke. He tried to see if anyone in the room was laughing, but every face was as serious as they could be. Realizing that there was a screw-up on the phone, he played along with the little girl. "Yes, I am. Have you been a good little girl?" She began talking about giving food to Santa and his reindeer, told him her Christmas list, and asked how his sleigh flew. Shoup responded, "That's the magic of Christmas." The red phone kept ringing all night, not for dangers like Russian nukes or anything like that, but of little children hoping to speak to Santa. Apparently, a local newspaper ad ran for Sears told kids that they could contact Santa. The ad said, "Hey kiddies, call me on my private phone and I will talk to you personally any day or night." All night, Colonel Shoup and some airmen answered the phone and gave callers the location of Santa they had tracked on their radar. Ever since that night, NORAD has tracked Santa, originally making a public telephone number and later making a website. Now, every Christmas Eve, military service members run phones, email accounts, and a NORAD Twitter account to answer calls from children looking for Santa. But today, we're going to look at the website for the NORAD Santa Tracker. Now, just because the site is for tracking Santa doesn't mean that it has no use except for Christmas Eve. The site has many attractions you can navigate with ease. Of these, you can currently choose an arcade filled with fun games, a theater to watch NORAD movies, a music stage to listen to Christmas music, a library with information about Santa, his magic, and holiday traditions, and finally, NORAD HQ, where you can find out about NORAD and their mission. Up until recently, NORAD Santa Tracker had some of the best browser games I can think of. There were puzzle games where you had to connect Christmas tree lights, a game where you control a skier down a mountain, and many more memorable games. Each day of December until the 25th, a new game was unlocked, like a mini-game advent calendar. Now, I said used to because for the past few years these games have been lazy rip-offs of mobile games with added Christmas art and textures. These games are made for mobile but are accessible on browser. but playing on a browser is like trying to play Doom on an Atari 2600 controller. It's almost impossible to do well unless all you have to do is click. These games are nothing memorable, although there is one game that I can somewhat enjoy. There is still a skiing game, although it doesn't capture the charm of the older one. The old ski game was much more relaxed, with nice Christmas music in the background. This new one seems to be trying to capture a much more extreme sports type mood, with booming hyper music in place of the calm Christmas music before it. Overall, the new games are disappointing, and I have a hard time playing more than 30 seconds of each. On the opposite end, the Santa Tracker has only gotten better. The earlier versions always had its charm, with a simplistic 3D animation of Santa, quick videos every now and then of Santa flying over an important city. It was all super relaxing to just watch. And the new tracker, in this update, still capture the same feeling. The site will tell you how many houses Santa has delivered to, with an animation of Santa flying around the world. Again, every now and then there is a video that will be uploaded over an important city, with images showing Santa fly around, between tall buildings and away to the next city. Overall, I will never stop loving this site, its efforts and the history behind it. The fact NORAD does this for kids and parents is amazing, and has given me some of my favorite memories from my childhood. I look forward to the Santa Tracker now almost as much as I do Christmas itself. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I had a lot of fun making this video, and I'm excited to see the new Santa Tracker this year. Well then, I guess the only thing left to say is, Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night. It will always be Christmas in my heart.